Welcome back to the second half of NEPSAC football on Local Sports Productions. Sam Feely here with you for the 114th all-time meeting between Middlesex and St. George's, and what a way to end the second half with Middlesex returning the kickoff 80 yards, and on the ensuing kickoff with a slow recovery by St. George's, they fall on it at about their 25-yard line, avoiding disaster there, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. So looks like it's down McCrae in the Wildcat trying to get the left side. There's a flag on the play, and let's see what the call is. Holding on St. George's. Right off the bat on the first play of the second half. Not a great start. It'll back them up 10 yards to about the 15, and it'll be 1st and 20. Not a great start for the Dragons. They had a 62-yard hook and ladder play for a touchdown that looked to be the end of things in the first half. As here's McCrae on the outside trying to get the corner across the 30, and he gets the penalty yardage back and then some. St. George's had a 62-yard hook and ladder play from Peterson to Savage to McCrae, and that put him up 20-7, but the missed extra point. And then on the ensuing kickoff, it was Sam Dwinell returning it 80 yards for the touchdown. Here's McCrae again on the left side. He picked up 15 on on the last carry to make it 2nd and 5, and it'll be 3rd and short here. It'll be 3rd and 1 after a carry of 4 for McCrae. Peterson in the shotgun will pitch to McCrae on the right side. McCrae's got the first down and more across the 45, and about midfield is where it'll be brought down. They'll mark him down at exactly the 50. It's a gain of 11 for McCrae. Man in motion to the near side left, fake that handoff on the sweep, and now it's Edwards, and he's across the 45 to about the 44-yard line. We'll see exactly where they mark him down. Near side judge is saying the 45, and it is the 45. It's a gain of 5. Handoff to Edwards again on the right side. Gets past one tackler and is close to a first down at the 40. No, he gets a second effort. He's still running across the 30 to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! He should have been brought down short of the 40-yard line, and instead it's a touchdown for Tristan Edwards. 45 yards for Edwards. His second touchdown carry of the game. We have a discussion between the officials after the play. I'm not sure what's going on here. There was a player down for Middlesex at about the 15. He's off under his own power. Savage pleading his case along with Edwards. And now the captains, Nick Swift and Isaac McCrae, telling their teammates to back off away from the officials. Now let's see what the call is. Block in the back on St. George's. That is, I didn't even see a flag. So that wipes out a 45-yard gain and a touchdown. The ball's going to be marked at the 20-yard line. So it ends up being a 35-yard carry and then a 10-yard penalty and no touchdown. I didn't see a block in the back anywhere. I didn't see a flag, and that was an awfully long conversation, too. So, the Dragons offense will have to try again. 1st and 10 from the 20. Peterson looking down the left sideline, and it is caught! And it's going to be in for a touchdown for Joey Everett. That's the second time that the Dragons offense has had a touchdown taken away from them, only to just get it back on the next play. The first time, well, maybe it wasn't necessarily going to be a touchdown. That was actually when Everett dropped a pass off his fingertips at about the 30-yard line, and then the very next play was the hook and ladder. So Everett picks up 20 yards on the touchdown reception. And they're going for 2, and it's good as Peterson takes it himself. So they get the missed extra point back. That was just a bizarre sequence to start the second half. 9:54 to go in the third quarter. St. George's 28, Middlesex 14. This is NEPSAC football on Local Sports Productions. Advertising opportunities are available on Local Sports Productions. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. In addition, a portion of all advertising revenue will be donated to a different cause, charity, or organization each month. November's beneficiary is the Greater Boston Food Bank. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. I've never figured out what this chant is from the St. George's bench before kickoffs. This is a line drive kick that's going to be caught at the 35-yard line, and with a little room to run across midfield, it's Burnham Lewis to the 45-yard line. So a pooch kick of some sorts by Peterson that's good field position for the Zebras. So at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Dragons, for the Zebras rather. What a start to the second half. You had the botched kickoff fielding that for St. George's they thankfully fell on, and then I don't know. Anyways. DeMarzo under center, 3 running backs in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. And stopped at about the 45 is Sotetsi. Cabello Sotetsi, the 6'2 sophomore out of the Bronx. And we have a flag on Middlesex. Flags are either coming in awfully late or they're being thrown in spots where we can't see them. So it looks like a hold. Oh, it was a personal foul, excuse me, on Middlesex. But so that wipes out whoop-de-doo, a 1 yard gain. It'll be 1st and 25 for the Zebras as they're backed up at their own 39-yard line. Since the last minute of the second quarter, we've just had a string of just crazy plays. DeMarzo in the shotgun, 2 wide outside the side, man in motion to the near side right, fakes the handoff, it's dropped, and it's going to be fallen on by DeMarzo. The botched exchange to Duhamel, and DeMarzo falls on it at about his own 35. They'll mark it the 37. It'll be 2nd and 27. DeMarzo will enter in the shotgun with Duhamel the lone setback to his left and 2 wide outside either side of the formation. 2nd and 27 from the 37-yard line. Passes up and up the ladder and in, almost intercepted but falling incomplete. It was Tristan Edwards leaping over both another St. George's defender and the intended receiver, nearly coming down that one, but he couldn't secure it. So the clock stopped at 8:02, 3rd and a country mile. This is a wild string of events here. So DeMarzo again in the shotgun. He's got running backs, 1 to either side, 2 wide to the far side left, 1 to the near side right. Shotgun snap, looking left, and he throws it at the feet of his intended receiver, Sotetsi. Could very easily have been called intentional grounding, but it was at the feet of a Middlesex receiver. So 4th and 27. The Zebras are going to punt. Duhamel back to kick, and LaMountain and McCrae back to receive. Duhamel, the snap is over his head, and he's going to pick it up, he's going to try and run with it, and he's going to be brought down. Thaddeus Stern, the sophomore out of Lyme, New Hampshire, brings him down inside the 15. What a play by Stern. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. The Zebras had 1st and 10 at the Dragons' 45. A double reverse pass. LaMountain is looking for Peterson, and it's intercepted by the Zebras. And down the far sideline and brought down at around the 30-yard line. How wild is this game going to get? And it was Dwinell again. Dwinell with his 2nd interception. Excuse me, that was his 1st interception. LaMountain has 2 interceptions. Dwinell making another huge play. So, it was 1st and 10 Zebras on the St. George's 45. They got pushed back to their own 37. Then a 23-yard loss on a botched snap on the punt, and then a double reverse pass is intercepted by Dwinell, and now the Zebras have 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Pass is tipped and knocked down. DeMarzo had his pass tipped at the line. 2nd and 10. This game has everything. You know, Middlesex may be 0-7, but they take it to another level against our archrival St. George's. Ball looks to be on the 28-yard line. So 2nd and 10. DeMarzo. 2 running back set. 2 wideouts to the near side right, 1 to the far side left. And he takes a shotgun snap. Will hand it off to Duhamel. Duhamel bounces off 1 tackle. Gets across the 30, close to the 35. Decent chunky yards there. And it will be 3rd and medium. 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard gain by Duhamel. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Third quarter. All right. Zebras, 3rd and 6. 1 wide to the near side right, 2 to the far side left. DeMarzo fakes the pass to the left, now fires down the sideline, leaping forward, and it's failing to intercept it again was Edwards. Edwards has some hops. That pass was intended for Dwinell, down the far sideline again. And it'll be another punt for the Zebras. Duhamel back to punt, and again, I mentioned he's listed at 5'10", but he looks shorter than that, and 5'10", even at 5'10", I don't know if he would have caught that last snap. This one's on target, though. He boots it to the right side. It's going to take a hop at the 40, 35, and it's going to roll out of bounds as LaMountain delivers a hard block in front of McCray, but no return. LaMountain talking a little bit. He's talking a bit there to Peter Blunt, a lineman who was coming downfield in coverage. And he backs off before any flags can be thrown. Hand off to McCray across the 30, 40, 45, and he's got a first down to about the 47-yard line of St. George's. It's a pickup of 15 rather. 1st and 10 at the 47. Pistol formation, and fake the handoff to McCray, and now they hand it off up the middle and churning his legs there. That was McCray. I thought McCray was the up back, but McCray gets across midfield to about the 45-yard line, close to a first down, not quite all the way there yet. He picks up 9, and it'll be 2nd and 1 rather. 20 carries now for McCray. Savage in motion to the far side right. Pitch to McCray on the right side, trying to get across the 45. He does, and he's trying to get to the 40, and he's got the first down. And we've got a whistle on the far sideline. Ball's marked out the 42-yard line, so it's a gain of 3 for McRae. And we've got an injury down on the far side of the field. Can't tell if it's a black or a white jersey from here. And it looks like we're okay. So offset backfield here with Edwards and McRae, and the handoff is to McRae, and he's across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Should be a pickup of 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7. .170 rushing yards on 22 carries thus far for McRae, and Edwards is stopped in the backfield on this carry. He lost a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 8. Now it was Edwards' 6th carry. He's got 61 yards on those six carries. Peterson rolling right, fires downfield on the near sideline. It's complete, and it's across the 35. It's going to be close to a first down as Savage makes the catch. And it looks like it's going to be 4th down. We're waiting for the line judge to come up with the ball. And it is going to be 4th and 1. It was a 7-yard completion to Savage. So 4th and 1, handoff to McRae up the middle. He's got the first down and more onto the left side. Escapes one tackle, still on his feet. And he gets close to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 21 to the 11. First and 10, Peterson with a shotgun snap, fakes the handoff. Now to McRae, trying to get the left side, and he's brought down. And we have a whistle and a holding call against St. George's. So that'll back him up 10 yards. Back him up to the 21, so it'll be 1st and 20 from the 21. Pearson in the shotgun. Will hand it off to Edwards, trying to get it off right guard. Across the 15-10. Cuts back to the left, and he is just short of the goal line. He made a fabulous cut back towards the middle of the field at about the 8-yard line and stopped short of the first down. No, he got it. He got it. Exactly 20 yards for the first down for Edwards. So 1st and goal from the 1. Edwards and McRae, the running backs to either side of Peterson. Hand off to McRae, plowing up the middle. Touchdown, Dragons. 24 carries now for McCray. That's his second rushing touchdown. And he's got a receiving touchdown to boot on that hook and ladder play. Greenhouse on to attempt the extra point. Botch snap. Running with it is Peterson. He completes the pass, but it is going to be stopped well short of the goal line. So the extra point and then the 2-point conversion is no good. And with 2:16 to go in the third quarter, St. George's 34, Middlesex 14. This is NEPSAC football on Local Sports Productions. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $50 per game. Video broadcasts also available. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. St. Mark's defeats Groton in their annual football game. So Peterson to kick it off. It's a squib kick, and it's fielded on a hop and escaping one tackle, but not another, is Dwinell. So 46, the 46-yard line of Middlesex is where this drive is going to start. Taft beats Hotchkiss 34-24 in football. As the handoff will go to Duhamel across the 45 of St. George's. Dragon defenders past the 40-yard line. Little guy. Dragon defenders up to the 38-yard line. 39. I can't tell from here with player in the way. 39-yard line. Duhamel with his biggest gain of the game. On a pickup of 15. DeMarzo completes his pass on the near sideline. It is Rory Glavin, and he's out of bounds for another Middlesex first down. They are not going quietly. Longmeadow leading to, Taconic leading Longmeadow 7-6 in Western Mass football. That play goes for 19 yards to the 20, 1st and 10. Four receptions for 49 yards for Glavin. DeMarzo takes a shotgun snap, hands it off, up the middle. First touch of the game for Gabriel De Los Santos. And he gets a couple of yards to about the 17, a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7, shotgun snap. Pass to the left side is complete to Dwinell, but he doesn't get a big chunk of yards this time. He does get a couple. It'll make it 3rd and manageable. Make it 3rd and 4 on the 3-yard reception. Phillips Andover just defeated Phillips Exeter. Hard count, trying to draw St. George's offside by DeMarzo. And off to the right side, De Los Santos. Is that De Los? Yeah, that is De Los Santos. And he is stopped before he can get to the first down marker. He picks up 2. It'll be 4th and 2. St. George's bench trying to urge their fans to make some noise. 4th and 2 on the 12-yard line. We have a whistle. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. I lost track of time. So saving the timeout are the Zebras. We go to the 4th quarter. St. George's 34, Middlesex 14. This is NEPSAC football on Local Sports Productions. This game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. I've had a lot of crazy plays today. Ball is broken for the most part towards St. George's way, but that could turn on its head pretty quickly. As we start the 4th quarter, it's 4th and 2 from the St. George's 12 for the Zebras. DeMarzo under center. And a timeout before we even get the first play of the 4th quarter. Wow. Ay. Must have not liked the defense that they were that St. George's was showing there. So you can follow LSP on the web at www.localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, and on Twitter at LSP37. So, let's try this for the 3rd time. Let's try this again. 4th and 2 from the 12. For the Zebras. DeMarzo in the shotgun. 2 running backs, 1 to either side. He takes the snap. He's looking left. He fires. It's complete. Is it enough for a first down? Yes, it is. And once again, it's Dwinell making the catch. Gets it down to the 5, a pickup of 7, and it's 1st and goal. So, Middlesex looking to make it a 2-score game early here in the 4th quarter. Clock running, 11 and a half to go. DeMarzo takes the snap, hands off to the right side. De Los Santos, there's a flag on the play. This is usually in the area of a hold. Line judge, and it looks like they're going to back him up. Yep, this is holding on Middlesex, so it'll back him up 10 yards to the 15. First and goal from there. First and goal from the 15. DeMarzo, two outs on the near side left, one to the far side right. Running back shifts places. He looks left. Now he looks right. Now he's going to take off, skips to his left, now fires, and it's over the head of everybody, out of bounds. Second and goal now from the 15. DeMarzo is 11 of 20. He's got over 150 yards of passing. St. George's bench starting to sing Seven Nation Army. DeMarzo looking to the right side, Dwinell, and it's broken up. Topher Hopper breaking it up on the far sideline. Middlesex going right to left. It's third and goal. Too many incompletions indeed. $169 yards passing to be exact for DeMarzo. Third and goal from the 15. Clock stopped at 10:29. Takes the snap. Rolls right. Looking, under pressure. And he throws at the feet of his receiver. And takes a tumble for his trouble. So fourth and goal. And this could be the game here. Does anyone actually know the lyrics to Seven Nation Army? I mean, I do, but what about the people who actually chant it? Song's 15 years old, too, or something like that. Fourth and goal from the 15. DeMarzo, offset backfield. Wide out to either side. Takes the shotgun snap, rolls right, under pressure, and he is still on his feet. Now he is brought down. Will Busey with the sack back at the 25-yard line. So, with that, let's see what the St. George's offense tries to do here. Try to burn some clock. There's still 10 minutes left in the quarter. Two wideouts to the near side right, one to the far side left. Peterson in the shotgun with split backs. Botches the snap! And Middlesex has it! Well, so much for that! Oh, wow! That cannot happen! That cannot happen! You are up 3 scores with 10 minutes to go. You got to work some clock, and you drop the snap on the first play after a sack on 4th and goal? Wow! If Middlesex scores here, Will Peterson is not going to hear the end of that one. So the Zebras spent exactly one play on the sideline, and now here's De Los Santos escaping a couple of tackles, and he should have a first down around the 15-yard line. And it's at the 14, a pickup of 15 for De Los Santos. 1st and 10. Under center is DeMarzo, hands it off to the left side, De Los Santos. And he gets close to the 10. And he, in fact, gets to the 9 for a gain of 5. So a couple good gains here for De Los Santos, who was only really seen action here in the late stages of the game. 8:38 to go here in the 4th quarter. 34-14, Dragons in front. DeMarzo in the shotgun with an offset backfield. Sends a man in motion to the far side right, takes the snap, looking right to pass, fires, and it is incomplete. Dropped, going to the ground there, was Dwinell. So 3rd and 5 from the 9. Dragons bench cheering on their defense. Not a whole lot of success on 3rd or 4th down today for the Zebras. DeMarzo, one running back to either side of him in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks right, fires, and diving, and is that an interception? It is! Henry Savage picks it off. 3rd interception of the game for the Dragons defense. The first 2 by Dave LaMountain. And now let's see if the Dragons can work some clock. They were unable to last time. Peterson in the shotgun, hands it off to the right side. McCray gets a block, has some room to run. 35, 40, 45, 50, and he's brought down just as he crosses midfield. Isaac McCray with a big chunky yardage there. It goes for 42 yards. That's his longest carry of the day. Man in motion to the near side right. It's a handoff on a sweep to Savage. Gets across the 45, is tripped up at around the 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup for Savage, 2nd and 3. Now carried the ball 4 times for 14 yards. Two wides to the far side left. Shotgun snap. Peterson rolling left. Shovel pass to McCray. McCray across the 40, 35. Trying to get to the 30. Down the far sideline. There's a flag on the play. McCray's going into the end zone. This is probably coming back. It looks like a hold on St. George's. So that'll wipe out the touchdown on the shovel pass. At least this time on the shovel pass, there was no fumble. There was on the first shovel pass the Dragons attempted. I believe he had enough for the first down by the time he got to by the time the penalty was called. And the ball will be spotted at the 31-yard line, it looks like. So 30-yard line, yeah. So it's a gain of. So the pass is complete for 20 yards, and then the 10-yard penalty knocks it back to the 30. McCray now has 3 receptions for 92 yards. Peterson in the shotgun. He's got Edwards to his left. Edwards takes the snap, the direct snap, and he tries to drag some defenders. He does successfully, and he's going to get close to a first down. Wow. Edwards with a 9-yard carry there down to the 21 on the direct snap to the running back. Under 6 minutes to go. Dragons looking to bleed some clock here. And now we're going to have a late substitution as Edwards is going to come off. Do they have 12 men on the field? I guess they did. So, Peterson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands off to McCray. McCray gets a hole up the middle. It's still running. Looks like there's a flag on the play. He's in the end zone. There's a flag back and around the line of scrimmage. Peterson is pointing towards Middlesex for this flag. Let's see what happens. I guess he's thinking maybe there's a face mask. The entire St. George's team is signaling touchdown. We have no word from the officials yet. It's personal foul on Middlesex, so the touchdown is good. And it's a 21-yard carry and a touchdown for Isaac McCray. So that'll make the score 40-14 with 5:24 to go with the extra point pending. Although we haven't lined up for the extra point, still having some logistical stuff between the referee and John Mackey's staff. They just said personal foul. They didn't indicate face mask or anything. I mean, given in the spot where it was thrown, if it was a personal foul, it's probably a face mask. Someone grabbing the face mask of McCray on his way through the defense. They're actually going to go for 2 here. Peterson under center. He's going to roll right. He's going to fire, and the pass is knocked down. So, with 5:19 to go in the fourth quarter, St. George's 40, Groton, right. St. George's 40, Middlesex 14. They're both called the Zebras. Can you blame me? This is NEPSAC football on Local Sports Productions. So after the extra point, apparently there was a personal foul on Middlesex. So that's going to bring the kickoff up to the Middlesex 45 as opposed to the St. George's 40. Peterson has had a busy day on offense and on special teams. Squib kick will be kneeled down on at the 30-yard line. And waiting to see if maybe we'll have a running clock here with a 4-score game in the fourth quarter. No word from the official yet. Nope, we're not going to have a running clock. You were wrong again, Hugh. Maybe if it was actually 28 points, but anyways. DeMarzo in the shotgun, looks right, fires, and it's complete. But it's going to end up being a loss on that pass in the flat to Dwinell. Dwinell has 86 yards. 79 yards, on 5 catches. DeMarzo in the shotgun, clock running, under 4.5 to go. Takes the snap, he's looking left. Now he fires way high and out of bounds, and it's caught by one of the St. George's players, one of the St. George's coaches actually, on the sideline, and that draws a big celebration from the St. George's bench. So 3rd and 10, clock stopped at 4th and 11. 4:11, and actually it's 3rd and 11. Two wideouts to the far side right, one to the near side left, and we're going to have a timeout called by Middlesex. Hopefully we can finish this game before it gets dark. No lights at this field. 4:11 to go in the fourth quarter. St. George's 40, Middlesex 14. This is NEPSAC football on Local Sports Productions. Out of the timeout, 3rd and 10 for the Zebras. DeMarzo in the shotgun, one setback, two wideouts to either side. Middlesex going right to left. Low snap, he takes it, looking left, now looking over the middle, fires, and it's complete. Dwinell trying to get away from a defender. He stiff arms one, and it's actually not Dwinell, excuse me. Looked like an 8 there, but it's actually Rory Glavin. And Glavin has a first down out of bounds. Play goes for 19 yards to the 49. So Glavin with his second straight 19-yard reception. He's got 63 yards on 5 receptions. Under 4 minutes to go. Clock is running, in fact. Ball on the 49 of Middlesex. DeMarzo fires to the right side. It's complete. And it is once again Glavin getting away from a couple of defenders. Still has some room to run. 20, 15, 10. Dragging a defender inside the 5-yard line. Well, mark him down at exactly the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 46 for Glavin, and he's over the 100-yard mark receiving. Clock running under 3 minutes to go. DeMarzo in the shotgun. 3 wideouts to the far side right, 2 to the near side left. Empty backfield, man in motion across the formation. It's going to be DeMarzo trucking his way across the line of scrimmage, and he's brought down after about a 1-yard gain. Strong wind whipping around the large St. George's flag beyond the far left corner of this field. It's the strongest the wind's been today. Not howling by any means, but second and goal from the 4. DeMarzo he's under center this time. Fakes the pitch, hands off up the middle. Bouncing off one defender, stiff arm, and going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's Glavin again. Brought down well behind the line of scrimmage, in fact. Behind the 10-yard line. I don't think he was brought down. I thought he was closer to the line of scrimmage than that, but he's brought down at the 12. It's a loss of 8. We're under a minute and a half to go. Time for 2 or 3 more plays. DeMarzo in the shotgun, 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, looks left, now to the right, fires on a fade route into the corner, and it is incomplete. Out of the back of the end zone, looking for Dwinell. So 52 seconds to go, last chance for Middlesex to get on the board here, but it looks like St. George's is going to win this one. Shotgun snap taken by DeMarzo, running up in the pocket, and he's he's going to skip one tackle, but he's not going to get the pylon, and that will do it for the Middlesex offense. Well, Middlesex had the upper hand on St. George's for a few years recently, but now St. George's back-to-back wins against Middlesex. They lost 28-20 in 2014, but now it's going to be back-to-back wins, and it looks like it's going to be back-to-back NEPSAC Bowl berths for the St. George's Dragons. Got to get a little bit of breathing room here, just got to run it up the middle, and then they can celebrate. They don't have to run another play. 30 seconds to go. And St. George's, the bench, ready to explode. Looks like St. George's is actually going to run one more play. And they're shaking hands. And no, they're not going to do it. So that is going to do it. St. George's finishes the season at 7-1. They defeat Middlesex for the second consecutive year, and they are likely going to a NEPSAC Bowl game for the second consecutive year. Well, 40-14 our final score. We got a bunch of nominees for players of the game. Of course, Isaac McCray, let's see what his final total is. 26 carries, 3 rushing touchdowns, he had 3 receptions for 92 yards and a touchdown, and then he had 26 carries for 36, 53, 55, 63, 94, 98, 101, 102, 109, 110, 125, 129, 140, 155, 164, 167, 170, 191, 182, 234, 265 yards on 26 carries, averaging more than 10 a carry, 3 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, I'd say he's player of the game, but for Middlesex, it's certainly a great effort by Sam Dwinell, the senior, in his final game. He had a 57-yard touchdown reception, he had a sack, and he had an interception return. And with the win, St. George's again 7-1 with the loss. Middlesex finishes the season winless, 0-8. I'd like to thank Mr. Hopper for providing the funds to make this broadcast, the broadcast for St. George's this season possible. And a full season of St. George's football in the books. So, with that said, this has been a presentation of Local Sports Production serving Greater Boston student athletes. Copyright 2016, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. This concludes coverage of NEPSAC sports for the fall season anyways on Local Sports Productions. Check localsportsproductions.com/livestream in the coming weeks for the winter schedule. Once again, the final score from St. George's School in Middletown, Rhode Island. The St. George's Dragons defeat the Middlesex Zebras 40-14. My name is Sam Feely. Thanks for tuning in.